There he is, he finally hit it. Got him. You know, you work a fish over and over and over, and sometimes get pretty frustrated. Like I was saying earlier, you just got to stay with it. I've worked this fish for 10 minutes, and I finally got him going. Look at that, that's a pretty good walleye. That one's gonna go in the bucket and he'll go home with me. But what I'm doing is I'm fishing a slick jig, and the way I'm fishing it is I was actually just using it as a glider. And when I use it as a glider, you can see he tore the minnow up there pretty good. I'm gonna keep him. But what happens is I pull the knot to the top and this jig's a glider. And what I mean by that is when I jig it, it'll shoot out to the side, do a hard turn and come back. Now if I pull that knot to the back, just like that, I'll make it a nose forward jig when you put a minnow on it. What that allows me to do is tap bottom and bang it around like a bait fish that's actually eating. So knot placement is very important. This jig is perfectly balanced to be able to move that knot back and forth on the eye, and by doing that, you're gonna be able to change your actions. You're gonna be able to put ones like that one on the ice.
The Lindy Slick Jig features a weight-forward design which produces distinctly different actions by simply changing knot locations on the line tie. By combining the Slick Jig with a full or partial minnow and sliding the knot to the top of the line tie, you create the ultimate swimming and gliding bait. By sliding the knot to the back towards the hook, the Slick Jig turns into an attention-grabbing bottom pounder which emulates a feeding bait fish rooting around on the bottom. When fished as a pounder, the Slick Jig can be tipped with a full minnow, minnow head, waxworms, or Eurolarva.
There's one right there. Got him. Boy, this one was an aggressive fish. Now this one, I was actually gliding that bait back and forth and I had to stop. When he came up, a lot of times you just hit the brakes. Look at that guy. This is a good eye. Oh boy, look at that fish go. Let's see what we got here. Gotta love it when you hear a drag going like that. Get this transducer out of our way. Oh yeah, it's a good eye. Look at him. Look at that fish. But you can see, I mean, boy, he just attacked that slick jig. He's hooked right up through the nose. You know what's neat about these slick jigs? You can fish anything with them, and let me explain to you why. We have 10 different colors. There's also 2 glow colors, which is really neat because it means that you get snowpack like this, you get toward evening, I mean, it's dark down there, so you can charge those 2 glow colors up. We got 8 of those colors being bait fish imitating colors, and they're all holographics like this perch I'm using today. We also have 6 different sizes of slick jigs, so I don't care if you're fishing crappie, bluegill, perch, walleyes like that one right there, lake trout, pike, doesn't matter. We got you covered with the slick jig. You've got a jig that's going to catch fish, work a lot of different actions, a lot of colors, daytime, nighttime, doesn't matter. You got to have some slick jigs in your box.
The Lindy Slick Jig comes in 6 sizes. The 1/16, 1/8, and 3/16 are perfect for bluegill, crappie, perch, and walleye, while the 1/4, 3/8, and 5/8 are ideal for large walleye, pike, and lake trout. Available in 10 holographic patterns, including 2 special glow colors, there is a Lindy Slick Jig for every species on any sheet of ice.
Got him. Boy, that fish came up high for me. That one I was gliding it around, and a fish came in. He actually came in high, and I reeled up to him. That's one of the neat things about this jig. It's just that's another good one. It's another one gonna go home with me for dinner tonight. That's the neat thing about this jig, the ability to do so many things with it. It's so versatile. I can glide it, I can pound it, I can run it around the hole, I can fish outside the hole, and that's so important because, you know, you think about it, ice fishing, it's nothing like summertime fishing where, you know, you can cover ground. I've actually got an 8-inch hole here, and, you know, if I can work just a couple feet outside it, that's huge in an ice fishing application. Glide it, pound it. If you're out to fill a bucket, you gotta fish a Lindy Slick Jig.